the acclaimed lyricist Sri K. Jayakumar IAS, who is accompanied by our esteemed chairman, C. A. Venugopal C. Govind, Director Sri E. Ramankutti, Deputy Director Sri K. Suresh, Principal Bhavan's Adarsha Vidyalaya Srimati Kalyani Sri Kumar, and other distinguished dignitaries. As they take their seats, may their distinguished presence lend grace and grandeur to this momentous occasion as we proudly host the 27th All Kerala Bhavan's Cultural Fest, Malhar 2025, a vibrant mosaic of culture, creativity, and camaraderie. Esteemed dignitaries, special invitees, respected teachers, beloved parents, dear participants, and all well-wishers. Namaste and a pleasant morning to all. As the aura of grace settles upon this august gathering, we stand at the confluence of tradition, talent, and togetherness. The All Kerala Bhavan's Fest is not merely an event, but a celebration of expression where imagination finds its voice and brilliance finds its stage. As Tagore once said, the highest education is that which does not merely give us information, but makes our life in harmony with our existence. And it is in that harmony of art, intellect, and human connection that this festival finds its true essence. As the glow of the lamp meets the rhythm of our hearts, a new celebration is born. May I invite our esteemed chief guest, former Chief Secretary, Government of Kerala, distinguished poet and author, Sri K. Jayakumar IAS, and other distinguished dignitaries to step forward and light the ceremonial lamp, heralding the radiant start of the 27th All Kerala Bhavan's Cultural Fest 2025, Category 2 and 3. Talents from Bhavan schools across Kerala come together to celebrate expression in every form. Music and dance, words and cadence, color and canvas. The rhythm of the body, the melody of the mind, and the harmony of the soul create the symphony called dance, an ode of elegance, poise, and celebration. We present before you a divine dance performance by our talented students, a tribute to art in its purest form.
ചരാതടേ പേദലേ മനസാമന വ്യാരകി ചരാതടേ. മനസാമന വ്യാലകിം ചരാതടേ.
It was indeed a splendid portrayal of rhythm and grace. Their steps spoke the language of beauty itself, an expression of pure talent that deserves every heartbeat of our applause. As the echoes of art fade gracefully, may I invite our chief guest, Sri K. J. Kumar, IAS, our chairman and director and other dignitaries to adorn the stage with their esteemed presence. Thank you, sirs and ma'ams. Let us now seek the blessings and the benevolence of God Almighty. Kindly remain seated as the school choir leads us in prayer.
पुस्तकधारिणी ओंकाररूपिणी तारक ब्रह्म में अक्षरमालयाय अक्षरकान्तियाय अज्ञतमातुवान् वरमरुळु आधिकल व्याधिकल तीर्थुतरेण मे सर्वापराधं पुरुत्तीडणे आഴമാം നിൻ മഹസാമാഴിയിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ ആഴണം വാഴണം ധന്യരായി നിത്യവും ലോക സമസ്ത സുഖിനോ ഭവന്തു ലോക സമസ്ത സുഖിനോ ഭവന്തു ലോക സമസ്ത സുഖിനോ ഭവന്തു.
May I request everyone to rise as the choir renders the Bhavan's anthem, upholding the vision and values of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan.
जय जय विद्या भवन भारती जय जय विद्या भवन हमारा जय जय विद्या भवन भारती जय जय विद्या भवन हमारा ज्ञान कर्म की ज्योति जगाता अब गमया विद्या सरसाता यहाँ जगत कल्याण सुधा की वही प्रेम रस धारा जय जय विद्या भवन भारती जय जय विद्या भवन हमारा गुण गौरव संस्कृत भाषा का देश विदेशों में फैलाता सत्य शिवम सुंदर का संगम भारत राज दुलारा जय जय विद्या भवन भारती जय जय विद्या भवन हमारा भारत संस्कृति कला निकेतन विकसाता साहित्य सनातन नव विज्ञान कला कौशल का पावन मंदिर प्यारा जय जय विद्या भवन भारती जय जय विद्या भवन हमारा प्रभु अर्पित सब कर्म कराता मानव को संपन्न बनाता सदा एकता प्रेम भक्ति पर तन मन धन सब वारा जय जय विद्या भवन भारती जय जय विद्या भवन हमारा जय जय विद्या भवन भारती जय जय विद्या भवन हमारा.
With profound respect, I invite Srimati Kalyani Srikumar, Principal Bhavan's Adarsha Vidyalaya Kakanad, to extend a gracious welcome to the August Assembly.
esteemed Chief Guest of the Day, Sri K. Jayakumar IAS, Honorable Chairman Bharati Vidya Bhavan Kochi Kendra, C.A. Venugopal C. Govind, Respected Director Sri E. Ramankuti, and other distinguished dignitaries on and off the dais. Namaste and good morning to each one of you. It is with immense pride and profound joy that I welcome you to Malhar 2025, the 27th All Kerala Bhavans Cultural Fest for categories 2 and 3. Today, 31 Bhavan schools from across Kerala converge here at Bhavan's Adarsha Vidyalaya Kakinad in a grand celebration of creativity, culture, and youthful brilliance. On this glorious occasion, I deem it a privilege to extend a warm welcome to this august gathering. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to welcome our chief guest, Sri K. Jayakumar IAS, former Chief Secretary, Government of Kerala. A multifaceted personality, his life is an extraordinary confluence of administration, art, and literature. A distinguished member of the 1978 batch of the Indian Administrative Service, Sri Jayakumar has held several pivotal positions, including Chief Secretary of Kerala, Secretary of Tourism, Culture and Education, and Vice Chancellor of Tunjat Ezhuthachan Malayalam University. His visionary leadership as Director and Secretary of Tourism gave Kerala its world-renowned identity as God's own country. An accomplished painter, poet, translator, and lyricist, he has authored 44 books and translated timeless masterpieces such as Gitanjali, The Prophet, and the poetry of Rumi, besides rendering into English the works of the eminent poet Sri O.N.V. Kurup. As a lyricist, he has penned over 500 soulful songs that continue to resonate in the hearts of Malayalis worldwide. He has also contributed to numerous documentaries, television serials, and plays, demonstrating remarkable versatility and creative vision. A true cultural ambassador, Sri Jayakumar has enriched Malayalam language, literature, and the arts, earning numerous accolades, including the recent Kendra Sahitya Academy Award for his anthology, Pingala Keshini. A rare blend of intellectual brilliance and humanistic vision, he continues to inspire generations through his words, art, and public life. With immense respect and joy, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to Sri K. Jayakumar IAS, a luminary who has seamlessly woven administration, art, and literature into a life of exemplary service and creativity. I welcome you, sir. We are deeply honored by the presence of our chairman, C.A. Venugopal C. Govind, a visionary leader and an erudite scholar whose dynamic leadership and unwavering commitment has always been an inspiration to all of us. A very warm welcome to you, sir. I would like to welcome our director, Sri E. Ramankuti, whose wisdom and foresight continue to illuminate our path and guide all Bhavan's institutions towards excellence. Welcome, sir. It is my pleasure to welcome Srimati Binu S. Nair, President PTA, Bhavan's Adarsha Vidyalaya. Welcome, Binu. A warm welcome to Sri K. Suresh, Deputy Director, whose professionalism and visionary approach continue to inspire excellence across all Bhavan schools. Welcome, sir. We are honored to have with us Srimati Radhamani Pillai, Municipal Chairman. Your presence adds grace and goodwill to the celebration, madam. Welcome. A cordial welcome to all the members of the Kendra Committee, Bharati Vidya Bhavan Kochi, and the members of the Education and Research Wing Kochi Kendra. Your constant guidance and presence add value to this occasion. A special word of welcome to our esteemed judges, whose discernment and expertise will enrich this cultural fiesta. Let me extend a genial welcome to Dr. Anil Kumar, Principal BCAC, Srimati Jyoti P. Vice Principal, Bhavan's Adarsha Vidyalaya Kakinad, and Srimati Deepa Unithan from BRIM. A hearty welcome to all the principals, vice principals, assistant vice principals, heads of Balabandir of all Bhavan schools. Welcome to all of you. I'm delighted to welcome all the members of the PTA, SMC, invited guests, alumni, parents, participants, and accompanying teachers. Your enthusiasm and support lend vibrancy and warmth to the celebration. And finally, a warm and affectionate welcome to the teaching and non-teaching staff of all Bhavan schools under Kochi Kendra, whose dedication ensures the seamless conduct of this festival. As we embark on this beautiful journey of art, rhythm, and expression, let us celebrate the spirit of togetherness, creativity, and healthy competition that defines Malhar 2025. May every performance today echo the Bhavan's timeless motto, let noble thoughts come to us from every side. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm words of welcome. It is indeed an honor to invite Sri E. Ramankuti, Director, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Kochi, to set the tone for the occasion with the opening address.
Distinguished guest of the day, Sri K. Jayakumar IAS, former Chief Secretary, Government of Kerala, poet and author, Honorable Chairman of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, C. A. Venugopal C. Govind, respected Principal, Vice Principal, PTA President, my colleagues in the Kendra Committee, esteemed dignitaries of the days, invited guests, principals, members of the Bhavan fraternity, students and well-wishers. Namaste and a very good morning to all of you. It is indeed a privilege to be with you at the All Kerala Bhavan's Cultural Fest, a platform that brings together the richness of talent, the beauty of tradition, and the vibrancy of youthful creativity. This is not merely a gathering of competitions. It is a festival of learning, discovery, and growth. We have today 31 schools in the state of Kerala, and I am glad to report that all 31 schools are participating in two categories, 2 and 3, in 33 various events, and there are 1,100 students in the campus at present. At Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, we have always believed that education extends far beyond the four walls of a classroom. It is about nurturing the whole person, shaping the intellect, refining the emotions, and strengthening character. A cultural fest like this plays a vital role in that process. It encourages you to step out of your comfort zones, to test your abilities, and to experience the joy of participation. Dear students, remember, the true value of such an event lies not only in the prizes you may win, but in the lessons you learn. Learn from your own participation, celebrate your strengths, recognize your areas for improvement, and treasure the courage it takes to perform. Learn from others, watch closely, listen deeply, and appreciate the many forms of talent and creativity that unfolds before you. Learn from the experience, carry with you the friendship you make, the teamwork you practice, and the confidence you gain. The spirit of learning aligns with what it means to be a Bhavanite. May this festival inspire every Bhavanite to grow in talent, in wisdom, and in character. Before I close my opening remarks, I would like to convey my heartiest appreciation to all the performers, the curtain raiser, Kshira Sagara Shayana, a song in praise of Lord Vishnu. It has been performed so very well. All the movements, the formations were so unique, and the movements were so synchronized. Congratulations to all the students and the teachers who trained them very well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your words that truly ignited the spirit of the celebration. And thank you so much for those appreciating words. In all grace and reverence, I invite C.A. Venugopal C. Govind, Chairman, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Kochi Kendra, to deliver the presidential address.
Namaste. Namaste to all of you. Shubham Karoti Kalyanam. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Most honored, respected chief guest of the day, Dr. Jayakumar, our esteemed director, Sri Ramanguti, respected Madam Principal, Vice Principal, all the distinguished educationists, all the little students who have come to join this great festival of arts, friends. Indeed, an extremely delightful, beautiful, beautiful day. An excellent start for the day, as our director said, with the outstanding, heartwarming, enthralling ensemble, Shirasaya Sasagara Naina, by the little ones presented. It has really touched all of us. Absolutely appreciable. Once again, a warm appreciation to them and the teachers who have trained them. 27th All Kerala Bhavans Festival, very important, significant event. From almost close to 30 centers of Bhavan all over Kerala, we have young little ones participating in this great festival. Why do we celebrate art? Why do we celebrate culture? What is the significance? Why it is a festival? Because culture means everything. Humanity, whole humanity is woven around, centered around culture. You see the theme of the day centering on the nucleus of Mail Pili. What is Mail Pili? What a beautiful creation of the Lord. Can you imagine how anyone can create something like hundreds of them? Hundreds of such Mail Pili over little dancing peacock, you see. And what does it signify, exemplify? The whole world, the whole universe. Hundreds of little petals all around, dulls as we call, which symbolizes perhaps all the 7 worlds and all the 7 oceans and all the 7 universes, all in that, all the universe, all in that. And then on the center of that, amidst that, Deepam, you see that? What you find is a Jwala, Deepam. And inside the Deepam you find again a center. See? That center simplifies, Deepam signifies all that humanity stands for, all the values that we stand for. Our cultural upbringing, everything is there in that little Deepa. Deepa is smiling. Yes, Deepa. We have a Deepa amongst us doing very well. And that round, you see the little round on that, the humanity or the world, the earth, whatever you call it, with again a little spot symbolizes the nucleus. See the world, that the Anu, Jivanu, or Paramatma, Paramanu, whatever it is, everything in that little symbol. So that's how the world has been created, everything. God has a purpose in creation of everything. And culture is the final, ultimate aspect of human life itself. There is no life without culture. I shall not speak about culture in front of a personality like Dr. Jayakumar, who has exemplified, who has lived with all the values of the culture and who has demonstrated also what culture means it all. Today I am told that children are going to put their best forward and showcase their talents in art, music, dance, literary items, crafts and everything. All together show culture. Culture, develops, nourishes, grooms, trains, shapes, and then perhaps gives life itself, as I said. And art is not only one form, one aspect of culture. Culture encloses, many, many aspects of life itself. But most important, culture gives to character. This is what life is all about. A life without culture, a life without character is not worth living at all. So therefore, training our young little ones on the values, on the ethos, for which Bhavan stands for, which has been planted deep inside each one of us by none other than our revered founder K.M. Munshi himself. See, that is what makes Bhavan an all-encompassing, worldwide big banyan tree of culture in its full manifestation, in all its dimensions. So today, you see, we are going to test them how they have imbibed the cultural values, cultural ethos. They are not just performing, not at all. They are not performing at all here. It's a combination. Culture is a manifestation or presentation of the combined talents in them, which is born out of their latent inherent potential of their mind and the body and the intellect. Very important, extremely important. The intellect, culture emanates from the intellect, the creativity, the imagination, the power of expression, the power of thought, the thinking, every aspect of it, and leading to analytical mind and creativity, innovation, problem solving, decision making, everything, springs from the human intellect. And intellect plays a whole role in modeling of culture. Equally important is the mind. Next to, there is a human existence is certainly successful because of the integration of the factors of the intellect and the mind. Mind generates all our thoughts, our emotions, everything comes out of the mind. It is mind who makes and unmakes. It is the mind which creates and destroys. The power of the mind. The mind can travel at any distance, 100 times, 1,000 times of the speed of thought, speed of light. That is what the mind is. Mind can bring in anything right here. You shut your eyes, you concentrate, deep meditation, dhyana. You see the mind goes on, creating within you. The power is invoked within you. That's the power of the mind. So the emotions are very much embedded, intertwined, linked with the movements, vast movements of the body, and also the capability and the capacity of the intellect. That's what makes any form of art or culture or any aspect of culture so very important. And equally important is how you coordinate your bodily movements also, the dexterity with which they move. You saw that. You saw Kshirasa Agaranayan. It is so simple for us to enjoy for 3-4 minutes, but the training that has gone behind that, the coordination of several aspects of human body, the limbs, every aspect of it, the precision with which it is delivered. This all leads to, comprehension. Ultimately, it is comprehension. The mind and the body and the intellect together leads to comprehension, and comprehension leads to discrimination. That is what human life itself is about. Discriminating between the right and the wrong, discriminating between what is to be done, not to be done, discriminating between what appears to be fair, unfair, all aspects of it. As Lord Shankaracharya has beautifully explained discrimination in his Viveka Chudamani. He has interpreted the whole of Brahma Sutra, you see, by bringing all the 4 paths leading to eternal bliss and peace. In Viveka Chudamani, he has dealt with what discrimination is all about. All these are built into the culture. So this is not merely a performance, not a show, not an exhibition of something, or not the testing their talent alone, but introducing them into the world of culture. And I'm so happy that so many Vidyalayas who are part of Bhavan have come here. I'm sure they will have a very, very, very exciting time, very learning experience also. And when they meet with their, their own peers, they know where they stand. It's not competing at all, but you improve yourself. They go on improving themselves. They learn more and more. That is all this festival is intended to be. I wish the 27th All Kerala Bhavans Festival, all sexes, we are so very, very, very fortunate to have someone like Dr. Jayakumar, whom I have known for decades, for his exemplary qualities of head and heart. And sure, it is a pleasure to listen to him. Someone has written 10 minutes for him. I have doubled it, tripled it, as long as he wants. We are here to listen to him. Thank you so much. Good day.
Thank you, sir, for reminding us of how tradition and innovation shape our community spirit. Your words beautifully encapsulated the essence of the fest. And now, may I have the honor of inviting the chief guest of the day, Sri K. Jayakumar IAS, to kindle the spirit of the fest with his inaugural message.
Chairman of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Kochi, distinguished Sri Venugopal C. Govind, Sri Raman Kutti, Principal Srimati Kalyani Srikumar, Vice Principal, other dignitaries, distinguished parents, and the participants in this wonderful, in the various programs of this wonderful day. Very aptly titled Malhar. Malhar, as you know, is a raga. I only wish that it does not become Megha Malhar and it starts pouring. It's of course a privilege to be invited for this very well organized program where young artists come and perform on the stage. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan the schools have got a wonderful array of students. As was mentioned by the previous speakers, if what we have seen is anything to go by, the kind of excellence and the levels of excellence that you aspire, that is fantastic, unbelievably professional. No wonder that both the speakers they had to acknowledge the very superior quality of the performance that we saw in the opening dance. I was reminded when I was watching it and was feeling very proud that when I went to China once in Shanghai, they presented some kind of a dance with some 20 dancers, and I was bewildered, I was astonished by the kind of synchronization. And I always used to wonder that Indian group dances, even if it is for the school Vidyalaya, it is never perfect. There is always one degree lower or higher, whereas these Chinese dances appear to me as if it is a mechanically controlled kind of thing. So much of precision. I got over that disappointment when I watched this performance because these young girls tell me that anything is possible. China or Russia or whatever, anything is possible for us. I compliment these young dancers who make us all very proud. Not only who they make us proud, they also give us great hopes about our country. The youth power as they represent is a great reassurance for this country. After all, it's all about youth power, the young talents that are going to be displayed here. I have been given 10 minutes and wisely so, because principal must have heard about me and she must have been told by some wise element saying that put it as 10 minutes, otherwise he'll speak for 1 hour. And all your timetable will go. But I shall confine to my allotted time slot to the extent possible. I also have to catch a train at 11:30 or so back to Trivandrum. I came only for this because she has asked me some 3 months ago to note this date. And life keeps on changing. Life which appeared to be very calm and quiet on this day suddenly appears to be very complex, so I have to return. So without wasting much time, let me share with you a few thoughts about the significance of a cultural fest like this, or the significance of cultural activities and arts in our lives and in the students' lives. It's a very big subject, but I shall try to be as, PowerPoint-like as possible. So I have put all my points on my mobile. ChatGPT alla ketto. ChatGPT odu chodichu പക്ഷേ ഒന്നും കിട്ടിയില്ല. I thought I am better than ChatGPT, so I'll share my. You see, why this? When we are involved in arts and culture, and contrast with the practical world that we live in, we are suddenly confronted with a conflict in values. Most of us live, or rather we make our students live, or prepare our students to live in a highly practical world, where success is the mantra. You have to be successful at any rate. So you have to be the number one, you have to be the A++, you have to be first rank, and everywhere, wherever you go, you have to succeed. Not only succeed in the classes, but succeed in life, succeed in the company you work. You should become the CEO at the age of 50 or 40, whatever it is. We have our own definitions of success, and we sort of charge our students to study. And of course, they do very well. I have nothing against it. But there are two attitudes. There are two contending attitudes. In the sense, the attitude that we inculcate in our students to be successful everywhere is the practical value of life. There is a practical value. You have to succeed in life. Nobody wants to be a failure in life. Therefore, we naturally train our students to be successful in life, give them pragmatic values, practical values, how to succeed in life, how to enrich yourself, how to go up in life. All these are important. I am not saying that one should lead a yogi's life, nothing renunciance life, not at all. Our children should be successful, they should enjoy all the good things of life. The kind of ethos that we tell them is a very practical kind of life philosophy. Be successful. I have no quarrel with that, because I myself think I am not a failed person. I also have succeeded in my own way. Therefore, success is not a bad thing. By all means, train our students to be as successful as possible in life. But in that hurry, in that great battle to be successful, we forget few other things which are not necessary, maybe an essential things for success, but they are not utilitarian values. They are non-utilitarian values. For example, if I know how to sing, that is not going to make me the CEO of the company. There are non-utilitarian values, but of great importance. Values of great importance having no practical application directly. Arts and culture flourish in that space where you are beyond utilitarian values, but values much beyond, more valuable than the utilitarian values. We miss that frequency in our lives. In our mad rush to become successful, these non-utilitarian huge values are sort of marginalized. I think these cultural events reiterate or bring back those values, but my only prayer is that it should not be a one-day affair. On the day of Malhar, everything is culture, vulture, and from tomorrow, it is the other way around. It has to be sustained, it has to be ingrained into the very personality of the institutions, as well as the teachers, as well as the students, as well as the parents. There are so many actors in this. Therefore, and what is this? Just to understand that, imagine a world without arts and culture. It will be full of morons. It will be very uninteresting to live in a world where there is no art and culture. We understand that, but at the same time, we do not want our children to spend time, or rather waste time, in these unnecessary pursuits, except when it comes on a day of a competition or something like this state youth festival. Every girl is a dancer because there is some grace mark. You get your grace marks. I always say that if the minister announces midway through the youth festival that there is no grace mark for A+ cultural programs, the child will stop dancing on the stage itself without finishing that. Because there is the commitment to that dance form, that commitment to the art form is limited to the utilitarian value of that performance, which pains me. Art and culture has no direct utility, but it has a value much beyond it. When I came here, chairman was saying that I should meet a teacher who used to teach here Malayalam. So somebody commented that she is responsible for planting all the trees in this campus. I'm not surprised, because if somebody is writing poetry, he or she will have to be a friend of the trees. That attitude is composite attitude. I don't say the same thing about a mathematics teacher. Maybe you are all environmentalists, but somebody who writes poetry, who loves poetry, has to love nature. That is an attitude. That is a planting trees versus cutting trees. If you are familiar with the engineering college curriculum, the first thing that they teach in the engineering, I'm told, now I don't know whether it has changed, the first lesson is how to prepare an estimate. And what do you do to prepare an estimate? Estimate the value of cutting and removing of trees and leveling of ground. This is 1940 vintage ideology, cutting and removing of trees and leveling of the ground. Both these things are sin. You don't have to cut and remove trees, you have to construct a building keeping the trees wherever possible. You don't have to cut and remove the soil, but construct your building according to the lie of the land. That is new architecture. Whereas earlier architecture of the engineering skill of the 40s and 50s says, cut down the trees and level the ground. That is the two conflicting attitudes. Somebody who writes poetry, who loves poetry, will say that, okay, I'll do this, but I'll retain the plants and trees. Or if I have cut down one tree, I will plant another 200 trees. Anyway, so these are two attitudes. Training in the arts. Is there any practical application in your, if you are a trained artist? I think yes. From the practical point of view also, it is very important that our children have an attitude and a training in arts and art forms, because whatever you learn in your classrooms, the ideas or the scientific ideas that we learn, we gather a lot of ideas, information, scientific knowledge in the classrooms. But is the world only about science and ideas? There are emotions. Human life is also controlled by emotions. All navarasas, we have to be surprised, we have to be happy, we have to be angry, we have to be sad. All these things are part of life. Whereas raw intelligence or raw information is devoid of emotions. It is the arts, whether it is literature, whether it is dance, or whether it is music, or whether it is painting, which brings this kind of human emotions in your minds. So in a world where there is no value for literature, there will be no value for human emotions. That is why they say in the world of business, it is cutthroat competition, because they don't feel the pain of cutting throats. They don't feel the pain of cutting throats. If you want to know if you want to know the literal pain of cutting a throat, you should understand, you should read literature, you should read a story, watch a drama, you should listen to a song. Then only you will understand what breaking heart means. All these lovers, they are all heartbroken. You don't have to go through it. You can empathize with somebody who is already having a broken heart. You don't have to enter into a love relationship, get your heart broken to know that what is heartbreaking is all about. No. There are a lot of people who have preceded you. You can empathize. You can empathize, and that empathy is very important. Even in a modern world, as they say, science is taking over a lot of the functions that people have been doing, and artificial intelligence will replace a lot of people who have been doing a lot of work. But then whatever artificial intelligence is able to do, or new technologies are able to do, it cannot replace creativity, it cannot replace human emotions. And therefore, in the coming world of business, it is a creative approach to problems and problem-solving skills of the individual that will make them successful. You don't have to compete with the computer to be successful, but you have to compete, you have to be a better human being to be successful in a workplace. In a highly artificializing world, if I may use a wrong word, artificial intelligence and quantum computing is going to come. Now, of course, we are talking about artificial intelligence. Now, scientists are talking about artificial mind. Even your emotions will be faked. So, in that kind of an artificialized world, if there is a wrong expression, I know, but in that kind of a world where technology is taking over all your activities, human emotions will have a primacy. And your solving skills will be controlled by how much humane you can become, not how much mechanical you can become, not how much scientific knowledge you can have, but by your creativity, but your original thinking, your positive thinking, your empathizing factors, a lot of things. These are the practical benefits of being an artistically, culturally oriented young man. So don't think that this is a waste of time. It is also going to be part of the success formula of the next generation individuals. It is going to be, creativity is going to be the core, at the core of your success formula. Not your mathematical skills or your computing skills or something else. It is going to be the human skills which is going to make you successful. Therefore, there is also a practical implication in our children becoming more and more inclined towards art and culture. Now, one of the last points is, but that is the practical aspect. But more than that, that is the practical aspect. But more than that, by not being inclined to culture, or by not being listening to the cultural aspects, or by ignoring the arts means your literature, your music, your painting, your dance, your sculpture, all kinds of artistic performances or areas. By ignoring that, what is happening is we are depriving our children from the wonderful relationship that is possible with the world. This world is a wonderful place, but most of the children pass through in a haste, in their very mad rush for success. They do not notice anything. There is no time, nor are they being trained to look at nature and look at the world with a different creative eye. Whereas, as I said, the teacher has planted trees because your artistic temperament forces you to look at nature with a different eye. Or putting it differently, an artist has a different relationship with environment, a different relationship with society, a different relationship with life, rather than a self-focused, obsessed relationship. You have a different relationship. Or rather, or if you interpret it further, by being an artist, we are encouraging our child to lead a spiritual life. Now, spirituality is one of the most misunderstood words. Spirituality doesn't mean Pasmakuri, Charada, all these, nothing. All these rituals, I hate rituals. I don't have any rituals. But I'm a highly spiritual person because I see the fingerprint of God everywhere. That is how Rumi became mad. That is how Tagore wrote wonderful poems. That is how all the great poets are mesmerized by the world. They are in love with the world because they see everywhere the signature of the great Lord. You cannot make a leaf. Only a tree can make a leaf. You can only plant a seed which has been given by a former tree. You can only dig it down, that is all. But it is nature that sprouts it, gives a leaf and wonderful fruits. We are all beneficiaries of that. Without nature, we don't exist. And if you are an artist, you have this deeper relationship with our environment, with the universe, with the cosmos. You see beauty dancing everywhere. Beauty of the Lord dancing everywhere. After all, what is Nadaraja? Nadaraja's dance. They say it is cosmic dance. You should read that book. It is a cosmic dance. The Tower of Physics, Fujit of Capra. It's not a new book, one of the old books. I think it is 1980 vintage. Where Capra is a scientist. He says the dance of Shiva, the Nadaraja Nirtam, it's a figurative representation of the dance of the electrons. It's a dance of the electrons. If you plot it, you will get this design. That is what he says. You can buy this book, Tower of Physics. I read long ago. Now there are new other books which is also talking the same thing, because everywhere we see the dance of the divine. After all, every art is a very divine approach to life. You are digging into something deeper than your practical life, and down deeper you can feel the impulse of the divine within you, and it is that divinity that comes out. When a great musician sings on the stage, performs on the stage, whether it is classical or modern song, if his performance is superb, you ask him, "Oh, that was wonderful," he would say, "I didn't know anything, I don't know what happened. It just came." It just comes from where? It doesn't come from nowhere, it comes from the divine. So that divinity is everywhere. Every blade of grass is divine. Because it is the same energy that is in you as well as a grain of sand, as well as in the distant cosmos. Everywhere in the distant galaxies, it is all permeated by the very same energy, and that is this realization is spirituality. The writers of the Upanishads knew this. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Everywhere it is Isha, it is divine. It is nothing deep, it is nothing secret. We also know, only an artist will know experientially that yes, I am in the company of God. That divineness, that divinity comes out by being an artist. An artist knows that he is living in the company of God, and I am enjoying the very bounties that he has given me in such abundance. He lives with that sense of marvel, that sense of wonder. And such human beings are wonderful people to deal with, not the morons who talk about the share market and things like that. You can talk about it once in a while, but not talking it all the time. When you are awake, when you are sleeping, you are calculating this share is going down, this share is going up, I should be doing that, I should make ₹1 million tomorrow. You do it. But other time, look at nature and marvel about it. You will become such a wonderful people. So the children that we have got, they are capable of this great experience. Do not deny this paradise from them by making them morons and too practical people. Let them sing, let them dance like a leaf in the wind. And I'm sure they will bring us proud. And such people will not damage environment. Today, when climate change is being experienced by all of us, do not think that Mr. Donald Trump and his team are going to solve the environmental problems of the day. He doesn't believe that there is an environmental crisis. He says it is all humbug. People are just... So how do you trust people like that? So do not trust this kind of leadership. Trust in yourself, in your ability to redeem our love for nature. Because, and it is such people, such our young children who will be trained in the divinity that is everywhere through their artistic inclinations. They are the people who will find a solution to the environmental damages of our times. They will retrieve. That is the sustainable goals that we will achieve. Therefore, the answer to this question is within them. Only allow them to unlock that great power. We have put a very വലിയ ഗോദ്രേജ് ലോക്കിട്ട് പൂട്ടിയിരിക്കുകയാണ്. Just open it. Just open it. Parents, take away that lock. Ask your children to dance, laugh, cry, everything, and it will come out. Also study. പഠിക്കാൻ കൂടെ വേണം കേട്ടോ. Then they will live like wonderful human beings who love this world, who love people around, who love all sentient animal life, everything. എല്ലാ ചരാചരങ്ങളോടും സ്നേഹത്തോടുകൂടി വളരാൻ അവരെ സഹായിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ, അവർക്ക് പ്രാപ്തി വരണമെങ്കിൽ ഇത്തരത്തിലുള്ള കലാപരമായിട്ടുള്ള കഴിവുകളിലൂടെ, ഒരു അത്ഭുത ജാലകത്തിലൂടെ, കവാടത്തിലൂടെ അവർക്ക് ഈ പ്രപഞ്ചത്തിൻ്റെ വിസ്മയം അറിഞ്ഞ് ജീവിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും. അപ്പോഴാണ് നമുക്ക് സമൂഹവുമായിട്ട് ഒരു പുതിയ ബന്ധം. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള കുട്ടികൾ ഏത് നിലയിലെത്തിപ്പെട്ടാലും അവർ അഴിമതിക്കാരാവുന്നില്ല, അവർ ചൂഷകരാവുന്നില്ല, അവർ ആളുകളോട് അപമര്യാദയെ പെരുമാറില്ല. ബിക്കോസ് ദേ ഹാവ് ദറ്റ് കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് that fraternity, that camaraderie will be there with everything. ഓരോ ജീവജാലങ്ങളോടും ഉണ്ടാവും. അങ്ങനെയുള്ളൊരു ലോകത്ത് വീണ്ടും ജീവിക്കണമെന്ന് ആഗ്രഹിച്ച ഒരു കവിയുടെ മരണത്തിൻ്റെ 50-ാം വർഷം നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഞാനും പ്രസംഗങ്ങൾ നടത്തുന്നുണ്ട്. ആ പാട്ടിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം കൂടി നിങ്ങളോട് ഞാൻ മുഴുവൻ പറയുന്നില്ല. പക്ഷേ നമുക്കും ഇവിടുന്ന് പോകുമ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ തോന്നണം, ഈ മനോഹര തീരത്ത് തരുമോ ഇനിയൊരു ജന്മം കൂടി. ബിക്കോസ് that is a new relationship with life. നമ്മുടെ മക്കൾക്ക് അത്തരത്തിലുള്ളൊരു പുതിയ റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പ് വിത്ത് ലൈഫ്, വിത്ത് ദിസ് ഭൂമി, ഈ കോസ്മോസിനോട്, ഈ ജീവിതത്തിനോട്, എല്ലാത്തിനോടും ഒരു മിസ്റ്ററിയിലും അത്ഭുതത്തിലുമെല്ലാം ചാലിച്ച ഒരു സർഗാത്മകമായ ബന്ധത്തോട് ജീവിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കുമെങ്കിൽ, എവറി സൺസെറ്റ് ഈസ് ബ്യൂട്ടിഫുൾ, എവറി സൺറൈസ് ഈസ് എ മിസ്റ്ററി ആൻഡ് എവറി മൊമെൻറ്റ് ഈസ് എ വണ്ടർ. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള മക്കളായി നമ്മുടെ മിടുക്കികളും മിടുക്കന്മാരുമായിട്ടുള്ള കുട്ടികൾ വളരട്ടെ. അതിനുള്ള തുടക്കമാവട്ടെ നിങ്ങളുടെ ആർട്ട് ഫെസ്റ്റിവൽ എന്ന് മാത്രം പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് ഇത് ഔപചാരികമായി ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
Thank you, sir, for your gentle words of appreciation. Your thoughtful words underlined the importance of such cultural forums in recognizing emerging talents. So we are grateful for your perspective, inspiring us to see art and culture as bridges connecting our stories. On this joyous occasion, I request Srimati Binu S. Nair, President, PTA Bhavan's Adarsha Vidyalaya, to offer the felicitation.
വേദിയിലിരിക്കുന്ന വിശിഷ്ടാതിഥികളെ, പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട ടീച്ചേഴ്സ്, പാരൻസ്, കുട്ടികളെ, ഒരു നീണ്ട ആശംസാ പ്രസംഗത്തിനുള്ള സാധ്യത കാണുന്നില്ല. ഒരു കൊച്ചു കഥ 1 മിനിറ്റിൽ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ് അവസാനിപ്പിക്കാൻ പെട്ടെന്ന് തന്നെ. കഥ ഒരു ശില്പിയുടേതാണ്. മനോഹരമായ ശില്പങ്ങൾ സൃഷ്ടിച്ചിരുന്ന ഒരു ശില്പിയുടേത്. തൻ്റെ സൃഷ്ടികളിൽ ഏറ്റവും മഹത്തായ ഒരു സൃഷ്ടിക്കായി അദ്ദേഹം രാപ്പകലോളം അധ്വാനിച്ചു. ഒരു ദിവസം ശില്പത്തിൻ്റെ പണി പൂർത്തിയായി. അത് കാണാൻ വന്നവരെല്ലാം അദ്ദേഹത്തെ വാനോളം പ്രശംസിച്ചു. അത്ര മനോഹരമായിരുന്നു അത്. എന്നാൽ ശില്പി മാത്രം സന്തുഷ്ടനായിരുന്നില്ല. അതിനൊരു കാരണവും അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞു. തൻ്റെ ശില്പത്തിൻ്റെ വലതു ഭാഗത്തുള്ള കാൽമുട്ടിൻ്റെ പുറകിലായൊരു ചെറിയ പാടുണ്ടത്രേ. കേട്ടവരൊക്കെ അത്ഭുതം കൂറി. അവർ പറയുകയും ചെയ്തു, താങ്കളിത് പറഞ്ഞില്ലായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ ഞങ്ങളൊന്നും ഇത് കാണുക പോലും ഇല്ലായിരുന്നല്ലോ. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ മറുപടിയാണ് ആ കഥയിലെ ഏറ്റവും ഹൃദയസ്പർശിയായ ഭാഗം. അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞത്, നിങ്ങൾ കാണില്ലായിരിക്കാം, ആരും എന്നോട് ചോദിക്കില്ലായിരിക്കാം, പക്ഷേ ശില്പിയായ ഞാൻ അറിയുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ എൻ്റെ ശില്പം അപൂർണമാണെന്നും. ഇത്ര മനോഹരമായൊരു മെസ്സേജാണ് ആ കഥയിൽ നിന്ന് നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്നത്. ഇന്ന് ഈ വേളയിൽ എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളത്, കലയെ ഒരുപാട് കച്ചവടവൽക്കരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു സമയമാണിത്. പലപ്പോഴും നമ്മൾ ഒരു ആവറേജ് കലാകാരൻ്റെ കാഴ്ചപ്പാടിൽ നോക്കുമ്പോൾ പലപ്പോഴും ചിന്തിക്കുന്നത്, എൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിലെ കലയ്ക്ക് വേണ്ടത്ര റെക്കഗ്നിഷൻ കിട്ടുന്നില്ല, ആരും എൻ്റെ കലയെ തിരിച്ചറിയുന്നില്ല. കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങൾ ചിലപ്പോൾ പറയും, അമ്മേ അച്ഛാ എന്നേക്കാൾ കഴിവ് കുറഞ്ഞ ചിലർക്കാണ് ഇന്നത്തെ പരിപാടിയിൽ സമ്മാനം കിട്ടിയത് എന്ന്. യഥാർത്ഥത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ ചിന്തിക്കേണ്ടത്, വാനോളം പ്രശംസ കിട്ടുമ്പോൾ, കൈനിറയെ സമ്മാനങ്ങൾ കിട്ടുമ്പോഴാണോ നമ്മളെല്ലാം സന്തോഷിക്കേണ്ടത്? കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങൾ പറയും, സത്യമാണ് കേട്ടോ, ചെറിയ സന്തോഷമൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് തോന്നും, കുറച്ചൊക്കെ എയറിൽ പോകുന്നത് പോലെ നമുക്ക് തോന്നും. പക്ഷേ യഥാർത്ഥ സന്തോഷം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു കലാകാരൻ തൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ ഉറങ്ങിക്കിടക്കുന്ന കലയെ പരിപോഷിപ്പിച്ച് കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് തൻ്റെ ആത്മസംതൃപ്തിക്കായി ഒരു കലാസൃഷ്ടി നടത്തി അതിൻ്റെ പൂർണ്ണതയെ ആസ്വദിക്കുമ്പോൾ കിട്ടുന്ന ഒരു സന്തോഷം, അതിനെ എംബ്രേസ് ചെയ്യാനാണ് നമ്മൾ കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങളെ പഠിപ്പിക്കേണ്ടത്. ഞാൻ നീട്ടുന്നില്ല. നമുക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയുന്നത് ഇത്ര മാത്രമാണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. ഓരോ പ്രോഗ്രാമിന് ശേഷവും മത്സരങ്ങൾക്ക് ശേഷവും കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങൾ വീട്ടിലെത്തുമ്പോൾ നാം അവരോട് ചോദിക്കേണ്ടത് സമ്മാനം എന്തെങ്കിലും കിട്ടിയോ എന്നുള്ള പതിവ് ചോദ്യമല്ല. പകരം നമ്മൾ ചോദിക്കേണ്ടത് എന്താണ്? നിൻ്റെ കഴിവിൻ്റെ പരമാവധി നീ ഇന്ന് അവിടെ പുറത്തേക്കെടുത്തുവോ? നീ നിൻ്റെ പൂർണ്ണത അവിടെ ആസ്വദിക്കാൻ നിനക്ക് സാധിച്ചുവോ? നിൻ്റെ 100% നീ ഇന്ന് അവിടെ കാഴ്ചവെച്ചത്? ഈ ഒരൊറ്റ ചോദ്യം മതി. കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങളുടെ ഉത്തരം യെസ് എന്നാണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മളവരെ വിജയികളായി അംഗീകരിക്കണം. അത്തരത്തിലുള്ള വിജയികളാവാൻ ഇവിടെ കൂടിയിരിക്കുന്ന ഓരോ കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങൾക്കും സാധിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് മാത്രമാണ് ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്, ആശംസിക്കുന്നത്. അഹങ്കാരത്തിൽ വളരാതെ, വിജയത്തിൽ അഹങ്കരിക്കാതെ, പരാജയങ്ങളിൽ തളർന്നു പോകാതെ, ജീവിതത്തിലെ ഏത് മേഖലയിൽ പോയാലും കലയെ നെഞ്ചോട് ചേർത്ത് പിടിക്കാൻ അവർക്ക് സാധിക്കട്ടെ. അതുമാത്രമാണ് എൻ്റെ ആശംസ. ഇന്ന് ഞാൻ ഒരുപാട് ബഹുമാനിക്കുന്ന മഹത് വ്യക്തികളുടെ കൂടെ ഈ സ്റ്റേജ് പങ്കിടാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞതിൽ വളരെയധികം സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. വിഷിംഗ് യു ഓൾ ദ വെരി ബെസ്റ്റ് ഫ്രം ദ ബോട്ടം ഓഫ് മൈ ഹാർട്ട്. താങ്ക് യു.
Thank you, Binu ma'am, for your warm and thoughtful words. We feel truly honored by the dignified presence of our chief guest, Jay Kumar sir, amidst us today. And with profound gratitude and admiration, we would like to present a memento as a humble token of our admiration. May I invite our chairman, C. Venugopal C. Govind, to do the honors. Thank you, sir. As every beautiful beginning deserves a thoughtful closure, we now come to a moment of gratitude to express our heartfelt appreciation to all who made this event possible. May I invite Srimati Jyoti P., Vice Principal, Bhavan's Adarsha Vidyalaya, to propose the vote of thanks.
Rooted in tradition, yet reaching through the skies, Malhar 2025, the 27th All Kerala Bhavan's Cultural Fest, mirrors Bhavan's ability to nurture the talent and creativity in young minds. Namaste and very good morning to one and all present here. As we come to the close of this beautiful inaugural ceremony of Malhar 2025, it's my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks. Today's event marks a celebration of art, talent, and togetherness, a true reflection of the spirit of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. It's indeed a day of pride and inspiration, made special by the presence and goodwill of so many distinguished guests and well-wishers. At the very outset, we express our deepest gratitude to our chief guest, Sri K. Jayakumar, IAS, former Chief Secretary, Government of Kerala, and a renowned poet and author. Sir, we are deeply honored by your gracious presence. Your inspiring words and profound insights have added depth and meaning to this celebration, motivating our young minds to strive for excellence while remaining rooted in values. Thank you, sir. Our heartfelt gratitude to C.A. Venugopal C. Govind, Chairman, Bharati Vidyabhavan Kochi Kendra, for presiding over today's function. Sir, your visionary leadership and unwavering support continue to inspire all Bhavan's institutions to pursue holistic education with a blend of tradition and modernity. Your presence here this morning is both a blessing and inspiration. Thank you, sir. A special word of appreciation and gratitude goes to our Director and Organizing Secretary, Sri E. Ramangutti, whose vision and dedication transformed Malhar 2025 from a dream into a reality. Sir, your insightful guidance, steadfast support, and the trust you have placed in us have been invaluable in the meticulous planning and successful conduct of the event. Thank you, sir. We extend our heartfelt thanks to our Principal and General Convener, Srimati Kalyani Sri Kumar, for the warm words of welcome. The tireless efforts, inspiring leadership, and unwavering commitment in bringing this event to a life. Ma'am, your energy and enthusiasm have truly been the heartbeat of Malhar 2025. Thank you, ma'am. We also extend our sincere thanks to the PTA President, Srimati Binu S. Nair, for her warm words of felicitation. Thank you, ma'am. Our profound gratitude to all the respected members of the Kendra Committee, Sri K. Suresh, Deputy Director, and academicians from the Education and Research Wing, Principal BCAC, and other well-wishers for their presence and involvement in Malhar 2025. Thank you all for being a part of this incredible experience. We would like to extend our gratitude to the principals, vice principals, assistant vice principal, heads of Balavatika, teachers and participants from Bhavan's institutions across Kerala. Your vibrant participation adds color and joy to this celebration and remains as that Bhavan's is one family, united in values but diverse in expressions. Thank you all. A heartfelt appreciation to the staff, student volunteers, and the coordinators of the host school, Bhavan's Adarsha Vidyalaya, for your hard work behind the scenes. Your teamwork, dedication, and enthusiasm have made this inaugural ceremony a grand success. Our thanks also to all the members of PTA, SMC, parents, alumni, and well-wishers for your constant encouragement and faith. Your support is the foundation upon which our success stands. As we step into the festive day of Malhar 2025, let us remember every performance, every melody, and every expression is a celebration of creativity, culture, and unity. Let us carry forward the spirit of Bhavan's. Let noble thoughts come to us from every side. Thank you all and wish you a wonderful, inspiring, and joy-filled Malhar 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Jyoti ma'am. As we draw this graceful inaugural ceremony to a close, we pause to acknowledge the guidance, support, and presence of all that made this morning truly special. Wishing all the participants the very best, let us remain bound by a shared purpose, ever open to noble thoughts, and enlighten us from every side. Thank you.